welcome back to Peggy's Garage. Today we have something a little different. I have a problem in my car that I've shown on a short, and I'm going to show again here. And I have the possible solution for it. I'm hoping so anyway. What the problem is I have a PNR Welding 7-gallon ice tank in my trunk. And when I ordered it with the large plastic cover so I could get ice in easier, which was, I thought a good idea. What I didn't realize, and I didn't look at it and read the descriptions, is that if you're going to be using coolant in it, and I am, you shouldn't use this one because it doesn't seal as well. Well, they make one that seals way better, but it doesn't work in the larger opening. So I can't get that one, so I have to buy something else. Luckily, PNR Welding has something new, and it is a new cap that will fit this hole and supposedly seals way better than this one. So we're going to go down and look and see what the mess is now, and then I'll unbox the new product and we'll get to switching it out. Shouldn't be too hard. Be right back. Okay, so we're back and we are now looking into my trunk, and as you can see, there is water all over the place, water and coolant, and I will clean all that up here in a minute before we start doing anything else. Do that off camera, but you see all that. So we've got a little bit of a mess, and I had to take the cover off that I had in there because it was soaked with coolant, and I have drained it all off finally. So we're going to get around to hopefully being able to put that back on. I still don't have this, fixed. I didn't screw it in. It's not screwed in on any of the holes. It seems to be holding fairly well. I'm sure it might move around a little bit, but so I might get around to fixing that and getting it to hold down so it doesn't move as much, so we can't splatter as much. Another thing I have to do when I get this cover off is check the coolant level. I may need to replace some. So we'll get on that, but next we're going to unbox the new product that I have to replace that one. Okay, we're back now, and this is the product that will hopefully fix the mess in my trunk. Let's get to opening it. Okay, not too bad. Some paper, styrofoam, bubble wrap, and cardboard. Other than that, okay, here we go. So this is what I got. And what it says on here is a 864 AN wrench is complimentary. They come in handy when doing AN fittings. Now I already have an AN wrench, but I'll take another one for free any day. I need to sharpen my knife. I say that every day, and yet I don't do it. Here is what we have. This is their billet 10-inch filler, which should seal pretty well. Comes with a little seal here. Looks like the holes need to be popped in it. It is not pre-punched, so we'll do with that what we can. And then here we have the hardware for attaching, along with the free AN wrench, which is pretty nice. It's a billet aluminum. Looks like they made it all at their shop. And what we have for attachments are just some screws and nuts. So some flathead screws and some knurl head flat nuts to hold it in. So I'm going to get this all prepped. I'm going to get ready to take the old one out, and we'll come back with that and see how we can do putting this one in, and hopefully it does seal better and we don't have all the mess to clean up all the time. Okay, so one of the first things I've done so far is I took my little awl here and punched some holes so that I could get the screws through, and now I've got the screws in. I put the screws in as I was doing it so it would stay where it was and I wouldn't be off on my holes, because I'd hate to like punch here and then when I get to here, if it moved, the hole would be off and then I'd have extra holes, and I didn't want that. So that's what I've done so far, and now we're going to move over to the tank where I've already started. I've gotten one screw out. I'm going to show you how it's done, just in case you have to do it. So here we're back at the tank. Now, I've already removed one screw. This, at least in my case, there's 6 of them on this. What I need to do now is remove the rest, and to do so, you need a Phillips head screwdriver, number 2 works great, and a 3/8 ratchet or wrench, but you have a lip to go up under that from this, so it's just a little easier to do a ratchet with a short socket. Right now I've drained like half the water out of the tank because it was almost to the top, and I don't really like playing in that stuff. So, pretty simple. Get in here, get the ratchet head on, and I just unscrew it, pull the screw out, and being careful not to drop the nut into the tank, because then I'll have to fish it out. I don't want to have to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and take the other 4 out. You guys don't need to watch. It's just a long, boring, tedious process. But if you want, I can show it. I'll just do it at, fast speed. And I dropped one. So, there, you get to see that. I have to fish that out. I will hopefully be able to use a magnet, but I don't know if these are stainless steel or not. Hopefully not. Actually, this doesn't take that long to get these out. Just getting the bolt on here sometimes, There we go. We're going to do it left-handed. Look at that, I've become ambidextrous. For all of 5 seconds. Now, I am saving all these nuts and bolts, and I will save this cap just in case. Because if the new solution is worse, hopefully it won't be, I can always go back to this one. So, that's how that's going to work out. Let's see. Where did I put my magnets? First I'm going to test to see if these things are magnetic. They are. The whole tank hopefully isn't. I think it's aluminum. There we go. Didn't have to stick my hand down in there. I do not like the feeling of coolant. Just kind of, I don't know, don't like it. And I don't want to have it on my hands when I go back in and my dogs come up and want me to pet them and try and lick my hands. So try and keep coolant off of them as much as possible. Oh look, left-handed again. And this time I dropped the screw. Well, doesn't that just take the cake? Time for the old handy-dandy magnet again. Oh no. Screw is not as magnetic as the nut was. Now, if anybody's wondering Just like I said, it's PNR Welding. If you look in the description, I will put a link to the website where you can buy one of these tanks if you want. They're pretty nice. I like it. The reason I have it is because the Whipple that I have in my car didn't come with a tank or pump because I bought it used and it had been in a car accident. So this is my solution. So now we're going to remove this, dry it off a little bit. And grab the lid. I set it down over here. Put this over here. And we're going to take this seal off. It's a lot thinner than the new one I'm putting on. It may have been part of the problem. Not exactly sure where the water was coming from. I did not ever put a camera in my trunk to find out. So like I said, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to secure this so it doesn't bounce around so much. I don't really want to screw it into my car, but I might have to. And so if I have to do that, I'll do that. But if I can, maybe I can find some other way to like strap it down so that it doesn't move. But I think even if I do screw it down, I think where I'm going to screw it in is pretty clear. I don't think I have any obstructions. Get it all straight. I do need to get this wire moved so it's not underneath that. I'll fix that, and I'm going to zip tie these wires in just to make it a little neater. So now all I got to do is install the new one. See if we could put it all. PNR is not going to be straight. Or is it? No, it's not. So we're just going to put it in how it fits. These holes should line up. They're supposed to. So this was the replacement. Hopefully don't have to drill new holes. That means I will have to clean the entire tank out. But it seems like it's going to fit. Now, let's open it. And get underneath it and tighten it back up. Okay, so on this end, we're going to be using a different size socket because the new bolts are smaller. So we're going to go to an 11/32 and try and get one of these started. I'm going to actually start these using a manual screwdriver. I don't want to strip anything. Get it started. Down. You don't want to cross from it. So we've got a really tight fit here. I'm going to go work on this. And I will be back, hopefully, with this done. Okay, so I didn't struggle much with it after I cut the camera off last time. I just needed to realign it. I didn't have it aligned correctly the first time and I was trying to force it in. So I took the screws out, realigned it, fell right in. So I got all that screwed in, tightened down. I refilled it with the fluid that I took out because it was clean. Now I'm going to put the cap on and hope that it doesn't leak again. Okay, so we got to get this in straight. tighten it up. That wasn't too hard. So, got it all tightened up. The next thing I will do is when I drive it again tomorrow, we'll see how it does. So that's it for now. I'll be able to test this next time I drive it, which won't be for a while until it warms up a little bit because my tires don't like the cold. But when I do, I will make a video or a short to let you know how it worked. But make sure if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel so you can see the rest of these videos when I make them. And till the next time, see you in the garage.